Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I am back. It's your spiritual soul, Sister Sha'Ron, and I'm back to do another video. Story time. Just story time. We're not doing too much with these cards. I thought I had this all set, but it was looking a little slanted to me. So thank y'all for coming out and hanging with me. Thank y'all for coming and sharing your most valuable asset with me, which is your time. I'm grateful, thankful, and truly humbled. Thanks, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell if you care. Leave a comment. No pressure, though. True Blue Love Bucks. Get some footies from at the front door. Get your smoke, your drink, whatever it is that helps you focus and think. If it does not fit, you must acquit, and anything you need to know will be in the description box below. I channel through music. 111's on the clock. Also, those angel numbers, go look that one up because that is the one that's hot right now. Um, um, 123, I just saw. Okay. I also channel through. I'm gonna get some cards. Hey, don't come in here with that. Don't come in here with that. I know when I get to stuttering, I know that that's that Aries get nervous about what it is that I'm going to say. Anytime that I'm, speaking, I can always speak well. I speak slowly because I want to think about what I say before I say it. When I get to stuttering, though, I know that that's a different energy. So, no, not today. I go in these crates. I dig in the crates. That's old school. We dig in the crates to get the music. That's where all the good stuff is. So I'm definitely may do that. I two. I did not say that that I was gonna throw some cards, but I may. Oh, let me do this really quick, y'all. This is y'all know what this is. If you know, you know. Okay, so there you go. I came to I'm gonna do the story time, but to I know who I am and I know where I'm from. I know my lineage. I know my past lives. And 312, shout out to Chi-Town, my hometown, piece of my past life. Hey y'all. Um, all of that. But as I promised before, didn't you know Erykah Badu was on? Mama's Gun is where you find that, and it was 333 when I looked up. It's a little hot, y'all. I'm not gonna keep it on, but I'm just doing my little, acknowledgement of what's going on. Let me do that. Just stay wrapped up in it. Anyway, make sure that everything, goes well over there. Anyway, first song came on today was well just now because I switched over. The music has not stopped, and it's been on for so long that I kind of tuned it out, and so I had to switch it up in order for me to tap back in. Good and Plenty by Alex Isley Mace Masago and Jack Dine. I'm not sure who that is. 444 is on the clock, but I do know know about Alex Isley. She's really good, so check her out, y'all. She got some good stuff. 456. Anyway, as I promised before, that last time I died, um, that I was supposed to be sharing, that happened. I got a little bit more, details on that one. So, back in 2019, most recent one, 534. Um, I missed y'all. Hey, y'all. I ain't been in the streets for real, but I've been in. Anyway, um, I gotta go back up. 555 was on the clock. Let me go back to 2016, and then I can come back to 2019. 2016, I was in a different town different from where I am now. And I was what they call a paraprofessional. I work with special needs children, for whatever it is that they needed assistance with. Um, Junior high, I was at junior high, and then I, went and played with the babies for a little bit. Then I went to I think maybe third grade, second grade, third grade. So I was all over, and at the same time, 707. Um, it was a different atmosphere where I lived. 717, where I lived, they called it Little Africa, and I didn't understand. Well, I knew why. After all, by Uncle Al Jarreau, high crime is where you'll find that. Y'all hear that? The, I live on the top floor. I'm on the 747. Squirrels? Not squirrels. 808. Anyway, um, no squirrels. Anyway, my baby boy didn't, mesh well because when I moved out of the city, out of Chicago, I think that was like 2003 when I left Chicago, running, fleeing from all the madness that was going on and wasn't going back. But, things happen, and I'd have to go back in order to, not keep my children away from their other half. But that's who I was running from, the other halves. Okay. And also other stuff. It was a lot going on. So I ran and left the city for a little bit, and just was trying to just get my head together, come back to me. During that time, um, like I said, it was a lot going on. A lot going on. Anyway, let's speed back up to 2016. Well, I need to go back. because when I ran uh, out to the neighborhood that I ran to, nobody looked like me. I stuck out like a sore thumb. And so I was, learning the area, learning the neighborhood, and, it was like, oh, what the, I ain't know nothing about the place. I had one of my uncles that he passed away, the pimp uncle. He brought me out and, you know, took me around. He was my everything because I didn't know anything about this place and how to move around or anything. I didn't know anything. Um, but he 11:11's on the clock. He all I had to do was get him a beer and something to eat, and he was good. So he did that for me several times while I was, securing my place and all of those other things. Um, First night I slept in my new home. I felt at peace. There was the picture of, um, the fingers supposed to have been like Jesus giving Adam life, the breath of life, and touching you. You'll see that picture. I'm not sure of the artist that created it, but it's all over the place. That was my picture on the wall. Let me know that I was safe and I was where I was supposed to be. Nothing like that first shower, nothing like anything, because I cried and cried and cried while I was taking that first shower. And it was, I just knew that I had found that peace. That's what, as you see the crown. Yeah. So, love, and I like to say the Prince of Peace. Anyway, I was not in a place that I was not familiar with anything. I didn't speak the language. Um, it was everything but me out here. And the first brother that I saw, 1313's on the clock. He was shocked to see me, and I was shocked to see him. And he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey," and that was just it. It was we, them diamonds. We don't get to see them that often um, out here, especially during that time. So, I tell my children, you're going to hear a lot of people saying that this is one name of the town, but it's really not that. It's a whole nother name, is what I told them, in order to keep us safe. So I would tell them that, I lied to them and told them that we were in a different town so they wouldn't go back and tell their dad where we were. 1414 was on the clock. I did that for about a year or two, and I would just like go take the train um, back to Chicago so I can do my weekend drop off, and come on back and whatever. Baby boy ended up, we got 1444 was on the clock. We got all the way till until he was like third, fourth grade. He When we moved here, he was 3. So third or fourth grade, and the little boy ended up calling him a nigger. I've never called my children anything other than their names. Never have I ever called them anything other than their names. So, yeah, I was pissed. And I asked him, what did he do when he said that? And he's like, nothing. It was like, no big deal. I moved. I packed up to move because I'm outnumbered. That's not how they move out here. So, I'm trying to figure this thing out, but I'm ready to whoop some ass for real, for real. But we ended up moved to another town where they called uh, 1555. We were in Little Africa. So, I'm feeling much comfortable, much more comfortable. And I'm loving it. I get to go, teach the kids, hang out with the children, and still um, you know, give my son some culture from where he's from. We are able to be around people that look like us. So we're there, and we're living, and I'm loving it, and everything, and but I didn't know that he was still being treated differently by the teachers, not necessarily by his peers, but now the teachers are treating him differently because of me. They didn't like me, and I wasn't one to try to fit in and kiss nobody's butt ever. And so I didn't know that that's what it was until a little later on down the line. And he's like, "Ma, I want to move because I don't like it here." They, 17, 17. They, talk about me. They treat me differently. And okay. And he was the last one that needed to graduate. So I'm really fast forwarding all this. But, oh, I did talk with I Want to Be Your Lover Princess on. I did talk to, I got a call from someone, I'm not going to say who, and are, it's, they're helping me. They let me know how to go about getting the book published. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But they said they'll help me with that. So uh, I'm good. Our book will be coming out soon, y'all. So I'm in the process. Anyway, uh 1818. He didn't like it there because of the teachers. And you know, it was what it was. He was the last one, so I'm like, okay, well, he says I want to go back to the town that we were in so I can graduate with my friends. Um, my son was the star quarterback of the football team, and I'm the football mom, and I'm out cheering and doing and excited about that, knowing that they was about to give him a scholarship for playing because they were just that good. But he couldn't take it, the uh, abuse of uh, they mess with his grades and all of that stupid stuff. That's why I don't have a lot of faith in the educational system or education system, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But even though I've gone and I've been there and all that good stuff, um, when I was going to school, while they were going to school and all of that. Anyway, we ended up moving back to the town because the prince, my oldest son had connections in this other school because he graduated from that school. So he knew about the coaches and all of that. And the coach needed a quarterback. Sounds good. So let's find a place where you can go to that school. We got here and it was like, okay, uh, they switch off with the little black kids. You get a black kid, I get a black kid. You get a black kid, the next black kid come in. That's is because it was on. It's not only uh, two high schools, but it's for the area. He ended up going to the whitest of the whitest high schools here, and they are extremely prejudiced. And I still can't stand them. And he still was like, "Ma, don't say nothing, cause I gotta go to school here." So another little boy called him a nigger. I had to go up to the school and all of those other things. Yeah, I'm still pissed off about that. And he's well out of high school, but I'm still pissed off about that because I still have not received the justice that he deserves for that. Um, Little boy got jealous that he was dating a little girl, and her dad just 2134, which one's 1234. Her dad happens to be a lawyer, so he sent a letter to the principal and told him that if he didn't do something about this little boy calling my son a nigga for the third, fourth time, and threatening him, um, that he was going, I guess, sue the school. Little boy ended up leaving the school. So that's why I didn't go further with it because my son asked me not to. And then, he sent that email. That's 2222. That's how I learned about how to move out here by watching how they move. Anyway, um, I was no longer happy because I hated this place because of those things, all these racial issues that I had to deal with. The first racial thing is uh, when back in 2003, we were walking down the street to find, just learn the neighborhood and see what's going on. Everybody in this town, they had Benzes and every car at the top of the food chain, that's what they was in. Nobody was walking. And where I come from in the city, we walked everywhere. And that's, it was something big, but that's what we did. Candy rain. So for real. Candy rain is where you'll find that. We went to we walking down the street and to find somewhere to eat because I didn't feel like cooking and didn't have a car. I told you I was on the run, so I left everything. Baby daddy number two uh, took my car and put it on bricks in front of my house, stripped it, took the engine, everything out, just put the frame in front of my house on bricks. Torture. That was what type of stuff I was going through during that time, and that was another reason that I ran. I had to kidnap my daughters from, well, yeah, my daughters from school that day, and 24, and like I said, I just needed a break during that time. Keep fast forward. Let me fast forward. So my son didn't like little Africa, and I didn't like this racial town, but he only had a couple more years to go, so I'm like I could deal with it. Let me go ahead and let him get his grades in order so he can do what he wants to do because apparently he doesn't want to play football. He ended up going to the opposite school of where we thought he was going to be able to go, and so now he's sick. I'm sick. It's like, oh, what have we done? I went into a really deep depression, 25. So deep that I could not get out of bed, that it was that deep because I'm not happy anymore. I go get a little job that's, you know, not hard to find. I'm always employable. So my we're out here and I go get a job so I can maintain uh my household and all of that. His dad, baby daddy number 3. hmm That's all, y'all. Ain't no more after that. But anyway, uh, was a truck driver. Is was I don't know what he doing. I don't care. Okay. Uh, I spoke to him about those, that he wanted to go to school out here and um, hang out with his. I can't call them hood rat friends because they was something else. They wasn't from the hood for sure. Anyway, we talked about it and he said, okay, just let him do whatever he wants to do, and we were going to talk about the funding of it. Since he was an over the road truck driver, um, I was going to go into business with him and help him with his getting contracts and things like that for the trucks because he don't know how to talk to people. He snap out and all just totally different. It was crazy. Um, anyway, we were supposed to been talking about what bills were going to be paid and all of those things, and I didn't. We weren't together, and but I would say that okay, you can come stay here because he wasn't here. I'm cool with that. He wasn't here. Bela, Ozunga, Nibiru, Nibiru. Nibiru is the where you'll find that. I've never heard this. Bela, by Ozunga, Ozuna, Ozuna. Okay, so he, you know, well, I can't afford to pay everything because I'm over the road and I'm doing whatever his excuses were. But I'll take this bill and you take that bill and we'll work it out. Cause like I said, baby boy is the last one left. Okay, we could do that. So one day when that was what I thought the plan was. One day, Madam President came home for one of her breaks and came to hang out with me. Now, Madam President was staying with her dad, but she came to visit. Want to get some mommy love, and my door always open for mine. Um, but I had just moved in here. Me and baby boy moved in here by ourselves from a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom townhouse, 3-level townhouse to a one level, two bedroom, two bathroom apartment. So I had so much stuff that I just had to just give away, just gave things away, threw so much stuff away. Anyway, we out here. And so I didn't have any furniture. I didn't bring anything. Anytime I'm moving, I'm doing everything new. I will not bring anything from the past into my future. So that's how I move. That's how I roll. I throw it all away. I don't care about things. Those things I can easily get again. So I didn't bring anything like when I ran from the city to out there. Um, all I brought was my bed, and I end up getting the rest of the children beds and things along the way. Intentional. Travis Green is everything that I do is intentional. So he was here, baby girl was here, or Madam President, and excuses. He was never a team player. He was always a hater from day one. Always knew he was a hater. Uh, that's when I found out that men get women pregnant on purpose. The last two daddies did that. All of them did that, as a matter of fact. Anyway, that's just me. I got to eat that because that was where I was, and I wasn't trying to be with them like that. It was, me on some feeling a need at that time, and just got caught up. Bottom line, no, ain't was nothing else to it. It's just what it was. And they knew it, so they do anything in order to um, latch on. And I've always been in my air sign energy to ain't nothing to cut that off. And I was always like that. Like I said, I never claimed uh, men or things like that because I wasn't with nobody. I've never been with anybody that I liked that much in order to, like I said, I dated one guy for them 15 years. I think that was, other than the two that, you know, got killed, and, you got to listen to those other stories for that. Those two. But, you know, I was a woman with needs, just like a man have needs and things like that, or think that anyway. So I try to be, make things right and make it go right. But if it ain't that, it ain't that. Anyway, so we were supposed to have been having this conversation again. No furniture, 3333 is on the clock. No furniture in the house, no nothing, because I threw, everything out and all of that. Brought our beds, and that's what it was. And clothes. Um, so he come with any type of stupid excuse. I don't want to lay down and talk to you in the bed. I want to sit up because it feels better. Well, I don't have no furniture right now. What you talking about? You don't want to sit up and have a or sit in the bed and have a conversation. Excuses. So I went to sleep, and when I woke up, he was gone with everything there was attached to him besides my son. Where's your dad? What happened? I don't know. He gone is what my son told me. So, naturally, get the calling, then blocked me. What is going on? Why you block me? Saving all my love for you, uh, soul sister Whitney Houston. And so I'm saying, call your dad on from his phone. Finally get it. What he thinks is hilarious that he just left me. No money, no nothing, no conversation, no nothing. I'm clueless. I'm sick now. Cause now I gotta pay all these bills by myself. I gotta figure it out. As I always do, which is not an issue, but you know that's a wrap. You walked out that door that time. That was it. Never to return. Um, and that's where I'm at. But that was like the hardest thing for me. I was sick, sick. So sick that I could not get out of bed. The football games, I couldn't make it. Uh, I was going on, work, trying to make it work and trying to put this face on to just show up, but I wasn't present. I was autopilot. Y'all know about the autopilot. So I'm existing 36, 36. And missed a couple of seasons. I don't even know what was really going on. But I made it to one game. Son got so excited. My mom's here this time because he missed that me being at every game, making the most noise, going on the fields, running. I was that mom out there in it. Um, and so he was excited. But I get out there and he's not playing a position that he's I thought he was playing. They got him on the line. He a big boy, but he ain't that big to be playing on no line. First play, boy hit him hard because he ain't that. I saw him broke his collarbone. First game that I get to see, and I saw it. My the prince, my oldest son, was across at the other side because he's filming. We film. I'm that mom. If I can't make it, somebody's gonna be there. We're somebody's gonna come to the games. We do that. That's how the family was. So we go to the game. We film it, and my son saw it. I saw it. I was filming on this side. He's filming on the other side, and I'm like, oh, so I'm take off. I'm headed to the field once I saw that blow. Coach put him right back in, go back in, and he's like slumped over, limping, but he's gonna, suck it up and go play. Let's go. Took my son straight to the hospital. Nobody said anything. I still haven't heard from a coach or anything. No apologies, nothing from that school. That school. I hate that school. Contradictions. Molly Music and Janine Aiko. Transition of Molly is where you'll find that. So, now we back and forth to the hospital trying to get him. They can't put no cast on it because it's the collarbone that's broke. So, no cast, but, limits, things are limited. Anyway, you know how they say, what's meant for your evil, God turns it around for your good. So, in 39, instead of him finishing out the football year, he learns a new sport. and he's quite good any sport he touch. He dominates. So, now I gotta learn lacrosse that I never even knew that existed. But, it's okay. I like to learn. So, now I'm learning a new sport. He dominates. And he's doing a great job and doing all that. Um, but I'm still depressed and trying to figure this thing out as to why this getting left while I was asleep. Coward moves. Um, yeah, contradiction. Say if you say that it's over, I won't die. Yeah, that's what he thought I was gonna die. I was so depressed. I stayed in the bed. I couldn't get out of bed. I was so depressed. I could not move. And I was dying slowly. Finally got enough energy to go to the doctor. And they says that we need to do surgery right away. Um, we need to do surgery right away because there's this gland right here in the middle of your chest that's called the thymus gland, and it's in the shape of a ball, but yours is smashed over your heart. 14, 41, 44. Yours is smashed, like flattened like a pancake, and some of it is across your heart, and we need to get it because it's slowing your heart down. It's Your heart's gonna stop beating eventually if you don't take care of that. So they sent me to a ton of specialists, and nobody wanted to touch it because it was a dangerous surgery. Finally found one doctor brave enough to do it, and so he did it. My mother told them, um, hey, that's precious cargo. If you know, you know. So take care of her. Always, Chris Tomlin, holy forever is where you'll find that. So yes, I'm this precious cargo that this brave soul decides to do surgery on, and I came out of that surgery with a busted lip. A lip was so big. I'm like, what the heck happened? Uh, anyway, let me back up a little bit more. My heart was broken. That's what that was. I had a broken heart, and if I did not attend to it immediately, I was dying. Okay, so go get this surgery. I have a few. I'm not gonna say that. No worries on that. I'm not gonna. That's TMI. TMI. Anyway, um, my children said I go have the surgery. I come out of the surgery, and I'm looking around, and all my children are surrounding the bed, along with my mother, my sister, and my sister's girlfriend. That's what I said, my sister's girlfriend. So, like I said, I don't care about what you like. I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's not my position to judge anybody about what they do. I love my sister 44, 44, and that's just that on that. So anyway, I'm looking around the bed, and my son was saying, "Ma, it took you so long to come up out of there, you know." So apparently I died, because I know I remember going to heaven, and that's when I found out that the clouds were the floor. And I'm looking around, and then I get I see all these familiar faces, my children, my children, my children, my children, my mom, my sister, and I see her uh, girlfriend. And I just started crying uncontrollably. I couldn't figure out, I couldn't stop. I was just trying to stop, and I couldn't. So I hear my sister say she's having a spiritual awakening. I didn't know what that was, y'all, because I've been in autopilot for a very long time. Even though I was in church and all that, autopilot, 45, 45, 45, 55. My sister says she's having a spiritual awakening, and I go to point to her, and I'm shaking my head, but that's all that I could do. I couldn't say anything. I just cried. And that's what what was going on, is that my children was arguing as to who was going to spend the night with me, um, at the hospital. And I was just so overwhelmed with all of those emotions, that, they love me so much that they just want to be here under me, and they all can't stay. And I'm not about to choose and say this one can stay and that one can't. That No, no, no. All of them need to be able to stay if they want to stay. Whoever wants to stay, let them stay. Is where I was, but they the hospital wouldn't allow all of them to stay, and that was just like a choice that I had to make. And I was not about to make that choice. So I told everybody to go home. Knock me off of my feet. Donnell Jones, my heart. Yes, I was knocked off my feet and overwhelmed with so much emotion about, with my heart was overflowing with joy in that moment, at the same time where I was at the lowest in the depression. Um, so I sent everyone home, and just went on through whatever was going on. 47, 47 is on the clock. So they go home, and I don't really recall too much more after that. I just know that when I got home, um, I was healing, and in the midst of that, okay, let me back up just a little bit. Still 2019 is when this surgery took place. In that same time, I was reintroduced to um, my counterpart. I'll just say that. I wasn't ready for him, and neither was he for me. But that wasn't the first time we met. We met back in high school time. And, he went and did his thing. I went and did my thing. And now here we go, meeting back up in 2019. And, now it's like, where you come from? I'm like, where do you come from? Well, it is what it is. Why you? that wasn't the conversation, but I'm gonna talk about that 49, when the time is appropriate. This is not the time for that. So let me get back to the real meat and potatoes of why I'm here. So I just said that to say that I was healing from this surgery, heartbreak, uh, depression in the midst of this guy coming into my life. So I'm really confused now. So he says, I mean, nope, not what he says. I'm healing, but I died on that table. Is really the point. So beautiful music, Molly. No, music, soul child on my radio is where you'll find that. I was healing and didn't understand about a journey or anything like that. I was just happy to be alive and, you know, trying to figure this thing out. But the first thing that I said when I woke up from the surgery is, y'all, I told you, I looked around and I saw all my children and I said, I look the same, but I'm not the same. That Roseanne, if y'all remember the show, Roseanne with DJ, they changed out Becky, the oldest sister. They swapped her out for a different Becky, and DJ was kind of, they was trying to say he was like tripping, but he really wasn't. He was just trying to tell everybody she the same Becky. They calling her Becky, but she don't look like Becky. Well, that was basically what was going on. I look the same. Hers were a little different. I looked the same, but I was totally different. That don't sound like no doggone squirrel. Y'all hear? Anyway, they said, I mean, I'm the same, but I'm different, y'all. I don't know I look the same, but I'm totally different. My family could not, they didn't understand that because I didn't at the time. And I was trying to explain to them that, I'm still who I am, but I'm a little different. I had an encounter, and when you have that type of encounter, you are never the same. So I had lost a whole lot of weight. I mean, I've been up and down all my life. Like I said, I get real skinny and I get real big, and I'm not gonna put numbers on it, but I was there. But I've never used any drugs. I smoked weed. I drank a little wine, but that was as far as I would go with anything. I'm always the designated driver. If I decide to smoke, I smoke once we get back from clubbing and whatever. I'm a watcher, the driver, and make so we can make it home safely and all of those things. So I didn't have an issue with painkillers and things like that. No. Once I died that last time, I got a email from the doctor. doctor said that he was leaving 54, 50, leaving 54, 54. There you go. Leaving after you just did this surgery on me, and now I got to go talk to somebody else about what you've done? That didn't make sense to me. I went to go talk to my mom. The doctor leaving. What is that? Oh, well, they do that. No, they don't. People have the same doctor for years. Because I did. I've never seen a doctor do, that. And he never said that he was thinking about leaving and taking a job in another state. Y'all remember that? Okay. Flashing Lights. Kanye West featuring Dwale. Graduation is where you find that 5550 was on the clock and now 5555. Um, yeah, that precious cargo. Hmm. How does a doctor leave? Anyway, I'm here, and this is the journey that I've been on since then. My hair has this, been doing my locks since 2019, and this is the results from then. So I think that's all I want to say about that one. Because if I go into other stuff about it, then it's gonna ruin other stuff. So I can't give you the whole thing. But that was the first time, the last time that I actually died and was able to. I could tell you this part. So while I was gone, I had an encounter with God, and I said I had a chance to speak with them, and I didn't know what to ask, but what's your name? What can I call you? It was what I asked. He didn't say Jesus, y'all. And so I would, because I grew up thinking that Jesus was God. I'm confused. And so when I asked, what's your name? He said, Yah. And it sounded like wind, just the way that I said it. It sounded like Yah. So I'm like, how do I spell that? How do I pronounce that? How do I say that? Can I just call you Yah? Is what I said. He said, no, that's not my name. Hmm. Mm. True story. True story. I was thinking that he was going to tell me his name was Jesus. That's not what he told me. And so that threw me for another loop. Now I got to figure this thing out. And so that's what I've been doing this whole time, researching, going back, going forward, just because Anita Baker, giving you the best that I got. That's how he does for me. Just cause he loved me so much and he want me to win and I want y'all to win just because I want us all to win. And so that's why I'm sharing my life and my story. I don't have to do tarot. I don't need cards to do this. That was God's way to awaken me and lead me on this journey. I'm not going by what other people say. I go do the homework myself because I've been confused and lied to for a very long time until I did the work myself. So this is my story along with the glory. God says that your hair is your glory. So why would I chop that off to please man? Never. I've cut my hair before. I've had the Nita Baker hairstyle, what they call it. I've been totally bald. I used to go to the barbershop and get lined up and cut up. So, been both sides because I couldn't trust a 111. Trust my beautician slash ex best friend because she cut all my hair off before. Mm. My twin knew that at the time. I don't counterpart. It's like, damn, why you cut all my baby hair off? I'm like, yeah, you see it's okay. And that was the last time I let that picture in my head. So I don't trust people in my hair. I don't trust a lot of people for nothing these days because they've all uh, yeah, tried to play me in one way or another because they didn't understand who and whose I was. Anyway, uh, this was like the nastiest candy ever. The good and plenty. I ain't like it. It was like licorice. But I'm gonna be good to plenty. That's the goal. To be good to plenty. All right, so now let me drop one of these nuggets in here because that's all that I'm gonna get y'all about that story. Uh, about me dying. I died on that table while they were doing surgery, removing that thymus gland. Um, I had to go on my right side to get to my left side in order to do it. And that was when I really awakened to who I am and what I'm here to do. And so I don't care about what anybody else have to say. I got a relationship on my own. And that's what we are here to do. Create a relationship with the Most High, whatever you decide to call him, her, it, whatever you decide to call your higher self, because God is within you, not outside of you. You don't need anybody to validate your relationship with the Most High. I know that there are definitely levels, so you must start at the beginning. You can't go through the back door. Ain't no back door. You gotta go uh, to they said you you can't get to the Father unless you get to go through the Son. True story. That's definitely the truth. But they don't say, it does not say that you got to keep going through the Son in order to go talk to Dad. No, it's just a one time deal. That's what they don't tell you. It's a one time deal. Go on, talk to him, to Jesus. Go to the Son first, because it's order. God has order. Mercy, mercy me, Marvin Gaye. What's going on is where you'll find that the ecology. Yeah. And so let me tell y'all what's going on. This the golden nugget for today. That these people want the land and they're gonna go and do anything by any means necessary in order to accomplish that goal. I'm here to blast all that. So over east is how we say it. If you from the Shy, you know. We call the west side the west side. We call the north side up north. We call the south side out south. And we call the east side over east. So that's how we distinguish anything from lake to state, from state to as far as that goes. Outside the city, I think that would be like Cicero or somewhere back out there, midway, the airport. Um, Up north, so that's what Madison, to however far north you can go, and far as south as you can go. So Madison and state are the dividing lines of the city. Just like Lake Lanier, I believe. I gotta do some work. I do a lot of research, y'all, so I get things mixed up as far as names, but I know what I'm talking about. There was a town where all it was full of black people. I know about Black Wall Street and all that out in Arizona, but there's these other towns that were um, developed that we were doing our own thing. We didn't need assistance from the government or anybody else. And let me just put a sticky note right there. The gangs, I need y'all to hear me. The brothers, the disciples, the gangsters, the Latin kings, the whatever you guys are. The There was they started for as to help the community, not to uh, claim areas and blocks and things like that to sell drugs. I'm ready. Tevin Campbell, I'm ready, is playing. So the gangs weren't here to to sell drugs. They were here to protect the women and the children in this society, so we could be protected. It was the gangster disciples, the L Rookins, and the Neutrons are the three gangs that started. But it started out with the Black Panthers. I know, I see you. Try it if you wanna. Um, the Black Panthers kicked it off, and because they said, we can do our own thing. We don't need the government to do anything for us. And we were rocking and rolling and rolling and rocking until they keep coming in here being jealous about what we doing, because we are such a powerful people and we can do anything that we want to do, but the government wants us to be dependent upon them. And then that's when it started kicking. Oh, you can't have a man in the house because uh if you want to live in this housing project, then you and your child are only allowed here. That was the breakdown of our homes. And now we have fatherless homes all over the place. I ain't tearing us down. I'm educating. So um, instead of passing the knowledge down as to how the gangs came about, there were the guardian angels. The guardian angels wore red and white. They would take the train home with single or not single moms, just any woman that was riding the train late at night. It was some guys, the neutrons, they were green. They would do the same to protect us. It was a lot of ooh, Latinos would were mostly the guardian angels. So they would go out in 111. It's going to be across the board, but they would go out and just protect the women and the children. There you go, the ones. Um, from whatever, anything that was going on. So, the big mamas and all that was sitting there windows all day and tell you, hey, get that child off of there. And where's your mama? And if the mama wasn't around, the grandmother of the block was gonna take care of whatever it is, and then tell your mama I whooped them when she got home from wherever she went, and it was okay. We don't have that type of stuff anymore because it is the kids are trying to do whatever. I don't watch the news, so I don't know what's going on in there. So these young people today are selling their souls for a watch with some bling on it and gonna kill a neighbor instead of protecting our brothers and sisters out here. They got it twisted because they are letting other people come into our neighborhoods and tell us how to run our neighborhoods, tell us how to raise our children. And that's why they got the game twisted. And that's why they want to keep me quiet. They keep trying to shut me up because they know I'm finna tell all the business. I was there with Jesse Jackson and Father Flake and Dr. King and Muhammad Ali and all of that. Nothing but a G thing. Dr. Dre is Snoop Dogg. The Chronic is where you'll find that. I'm telling you, the gangs, nothing but a G thing. I'm there. I was the little girl that was running around and didn't realize that I was amongst all of those greats. What my grandmother. It was just she and I. That's what the 13-year relationship taught me the correct way to say those type of things. Because me and him, me and her, we was, yeah. But it was just she and I that would go visit. And my grandmother was the precinct captain of her area until she found out some things and she didn't want to play politics no more. My grandmother was also a Black Panther. Um, so she was just trying to get everything together, and when she found out some things that how this system really worked, she wasn't happy with that. But y'all find out all about that. But I just want y'all to remember the precious cargo, um, about these gangs in Chicago. Y'all know who the biggest gangster is in Chicago? The biggest gangster was them dailies. The mayor, that is. We had a airport here in Chicago, downtown, when Daley Jr. was elected mayor. He wanted to move downtown Chicago, and where he was moving to was near that airport called Meigs Field. And near that airport, he didn't want to hear the planes coming in at night, so he told them to shut it down. And they were like, "No, we're not shutting this." Uh, it was a private airport. "We're not shutting this down. What are you talking about? We're not shutting this down." So he decided overnight, one night, to have construction workers destroy the landing strip by putting X's with broke up the concrete and X's all over the concrete so no planes could land there because he wanted to sleep in peace. That was a gangster move. Overnight. You ain't gonna shut it down. Well, I'm gonna show you. He made that call and it happened. And then after that, on his way out, because he knew he was on his way out after that, on his way out, he made parking. You have to pay for parking anywhere in the city now. Anywhere you go in the city, you got to pay to park because he signed a contract for 75 years contracts on the meters, the parking meters. I want you around. Snow Allegra. Oh, those feelings again is where you'll find that. Yeah, I want to be around too. But I got to tell a story because the 1717, somebody got to do it. So, yeah, 75 years he has a contract. So that means not only is his children, his children's children, and his children's children's children will be taken care of in those 75 years because that's 100 years, y'all. That's a century that his family is taken care of just by parking meters. I wonder whose name is on that. How are they connected to him? That is it play? No, it's not plagiarism. Nepotism. Yeah. I bet you go follow the contract. You'll find it's taking care of him and his family. So I say that to say, piggyback off of last time I was here talking, that we need to be worried about our own legacies. That was the most gangsterous move I ever seen in my life, and I kind of admire it because it was so gangster, and that street in me. But then again, the human side of me, it's like that's fucked up. How you gonna do some stuff like that, man? It was gangster, but it was cruel at the same time. Because now we can enjoy the lakefront without having to pay. It's like you gonna pay me to do anything up in this place. Which takes me to my last point. They want the land, y'all, anywhere that there is beautiful views of whatever city, town, state that you're in. And there's a beautiful view, especially with the lake or the ocean or ocean view, lake view, whatever type of beautiful view that you get to see the water. Oh, they want that back. They want that back. And when I say they want that back, I mean that they gonna do anything by any means necessary to get that land back. So that thing that happened in Florida when all the building fell in the water. Yeah, that's what's about to happen in Chicago. 7440 Lakeshore Drive. I have a friend that lives in that building. Nice for what? Drake. Scorpion is where you'll find that. I ain't here to be nice. I ain't here to make no friends. The building 7440 Lakeshore Drive. Like I said, I have a friend that stayed in that building. It's beautiful. That's on the lake, that building. And I'm not sure how many floors is in the building, but it's probably about 20 floors. And I went and, hanging out, and I went and I looked. I'm like, oh, the water level came up to the building. They said, yeah, we used to be able to barbecue out there, but the water is risen, so has come up so close to the building, we can't even go out and enjoy that part anymore. I look down there and I'm like, oh, it's gonna fall in, and I believe that it is. So I've been working on something for that. But in the meantime, I've been telling my people, hey, they gonna do whatever it is. They steady building on that. They just built another little spot, 12223, 12222. They just built a couple more buildings because they trying to monopolize. They kicking all the black people out, kicking y'all to the suburbs. I told you that a long time ago. And now, because they want that land. It's just people over there that look like me, and that they flipping it and kicking all the people out. That's why they turning it into the wild wild west, giving everybody guns. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. And um, 1, 2, 3, 14. Um, they that's what the drug wars and y'all hear this. That's cause they don't be telling y'all stuff, and they up here. They in here. They been watching me for the longest. This ain't nothing new. They come in here every chance they get, talking about they checking my smoke alarm. Ain't nothing wrong with my smoke alarm. Ain't nothing been wrong with my smoke alarm. But they come in here to plant things in here. So that's why I don't talk very much until I come on here and talk to y'all. That's why I be talking so much, because I don't be talking to nobody for real, because I don't trust nobody. And they just be in here doing their thing. I guess they think I'm slow, but I'm not. I'm far beyond that. Anyway, they want that land, y'all, and they gonna do whatever it takes, even if that means they have to have a natural disaster to make these buildings fall in the water because they want the land. And if that building falls in the water, I just told y'all it's about 20 stories high. If that building falls in the water, everything on that lakefront is going. Everything over east is going. All you people that's over there on that lakefront, anywhere from the lake to state, because that water's deep and it's coming. That like a tsunami, that wave, because if it go down in there, it's gonna push back and then it's gonna come back. That's the easiest way, the fastest way to get what they want. That's why they've been trying to keep me quiet, y'all. Look at it. In your state, in your town. Go check it out. If your town is filled with beautiful scenery, and most of the people that black and brown is inhabiting that area, watch. If it's not being gang uh infested, if it's not gang infested, there's some natural disaster that will happen in order for them to gain control of that, and they don't want us to have that. 12626. Although I came from the projects, I grew up one block over and 2 blocks down, 3 blocks down from where Michelle Obama grew up, her house. I went to high school where they currently live. Jesse Jackson stays down the street from my mother right now today. A lot of news anchors and things like that stay in my mother's neighborhood. Try a little tenderness. Otis Redding. Love songs is where you'll find that. I'm trying to be as tender as possible. I'm trying to be nice, but I gotta give y'all what it is. The solution to the problem is to first acknowledge that there is a problem. Put them guns down, brothers and sisters. Have a conversation. Go talk to your aunts and uncles, just the two of us. Grover Washington Jr., Win Wine Light is where you'll find that. Just the two of us. Yeah, go have a one-on-one conversation with somebody, y'all, and find out what's going on, what's been going on. The mercy, mercy me. What's going on to enlighten yourselves? The structure has collapsed. We just seeing the residue from that, from everybody panicking from all this information. I had told people in 2019 that there's going to be this great blackout of the internet, and not because um, the power is too strong, but this knowledge. is what they don't want you to have. And everybody's waking up with this age of Aquarius and all that great stuff. Um, we only got one more. The Great Awakening is Aquarius, and then Pisces are the ones that already know, and they can see it before it came. Anyway, um, I want to tell you to go talk to your alderman and all that other. I don't expect none of that stuff, them titles and all that, because they had the opportunity to do it right the first time. That's why I don't respect them, because they didn't do the right thing the first time, and they had all of this time to get it right. But instead, they filled their houses with spoils and didn't care about the people that's on the street. Although I've never been homeless, not one night have I been homeless, ever. I come from humble beginnings, but I've always had everything that I needed to do whatever it is that needed to be done. You want to know who I am and where I come from? I'm hearing that. I hear you. Egypt, my people. Like I said, some of my people were already here. Cherokee. My great 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 grandmother had them two long white braids in her hair. So here, on my other side, them jaspers, like the stone. Egypt. My grandmother told my mom to name me Nefertaria. She didn't do it because she was afraid for me. Kai and Kai. Look those names up. Those are Egyptian princesses. See who they belong to. It's my daughters. I didn't even know when I named them that. I have a cousin named Akhenaten. I can't tell you all the real names. I mean, that's his real name, but I can't tell you the full name because you'll find them. We don't have normal names, American names. None of us. But I just got to tell you about my cousin Lucky. That's what we call him. That's not his real name. We call him Lucky, the one that got away. He got away. Shout out to you, cousin. I love you so much. Man, keep going. Cousin Sadat got away. Keep going. I hope you're safe out there. disconnected from everything and everybody that he knows and loves, but he show back up every now and again. I ain't showing up. I ain't coming back. I will not be that pillar of salt. I love y'all, but I love me more. I went to everybody and I asked, hey, I don't know what this thing is, but God doing something. I need you to do this, that, and the other. Everybody I went to, they didn't do it. And I think there was a scripture, God said, hey, if you can find one person to ride with you, I won't destroy the land. I couldn't find that one person. So now they finna destroy the land. And they gonna say it was a natural disaster because they want it. Lake Lanier, all them people keep with me. I'm telling it all, especially in the book. Y'all see that? Hmm. Especially in the book. Hmm. God was somebody that teaching me how to go do the publishing thing. I don't trust nobody. Charge it to my heart, not my head. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Yeah, that part, that way. 136, 36. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Just wanted to make sure that I said everything, at least touched on it a little bit about the real gangsters. Paradise, Coldplay, Milo Silo is where you'll find that. Yeah, I'm on my way to paradise. For sure I am. And I ain't coming back, but I tried to save y'all. I was building that ark and I was trying to, let everybody know before it's gone. So this is the one before everything goes black. Um, Told y'all they finna shut it down. I wanted to create our own YouTube, our own everything. We don't have to ask nobody for nothing. That's the goal, to make sure that we can till the land on our own. We don't need anybody that's going to stifle our growth in what we can do, because we can do anything. It's already within us. We just got to pull it out. We can do it. It's been done. It's just in a different way this time. So, uh, prepare yourselves. Go get you some life jackets. Y'all, East Siders, up north too. All that. Anything on that lakefront. Anything that's LSD, Lakeshore Drive, or they call it DuSable now. They didn't change anything. Everything gonna be DuSable instead of there's more than or one uh black leader. Um, we got a high school, we got a street now, we got a museum. The DuSable it all. They just DuSabling it out because they act like they don't know nothing else. Anyway, prepare yourselves uh, for when that building falls in the water. They need to be evacuating that building. Um, get some swimming lessons for those of you who can't swim. Um, I am a swimmer. Hold your breath. Don't panic. As long as you can. That's all. It, that's all I can tell you. Hold your breath as long as you can, and you'll float to the top of the water. Just hold your breath and float to the top. That's that on that. But God got to wreck the town in order to rebuild. So that's my tidbit from that. I stayed like 3 blocks down from O Block. That was a really nice neighborhood at one point. Um, y'all get that together. I heard it's a bunch of Muslims over there. And y'all get up in the morning and do y'all thing. That's much love, much respect. Each one reach one and teach one. Teach them brothers about what's really going on. Tell them where the gangs really came from and the origin as to how it started. Because this ain't it. That ain't it. It was to help, not to hinder. When I Fall in Love, Nat King Cole, Uncle Nat King Cole, love songs. It wasn't to kill people that look like us. It was to protect people that look like us. That's where gangs started from, to protect the women and the children. And that's what the men did. They went out and worked and protected us. We got to get back to that, y'all. Y'all falling for the okie doke because they giving y'all some diamonds that they stole. Went over to Africa and stole. There's this place uh, in Africa where they're buying up all the land. How you gonna buy something that God gave? Anyway, this man pulled one of those gangster daily moves and bought the land and said no, none of the natives can even come on that land. That's where all the diamonds and things are found, the gems, all the good stuff. He don't look like us. He didn't belong. He was a sore thumb. How you gonna come and just confiscate our land, buy it for a couple of dollars, and say it can never be sold, or the natives can never come on this land and go in that water? Something wrong with that picture, y'all. This greed has taken over. So now God is gonna push the reset button. God bless us all. And for the ones that's gonna make it, I'm gonna see y'all on the other side. All right. I'm in that number 144 on the clock. Yeah, I'm in that number. So, um, I love y'all so much. Like I said, I ain't gonna be throwing too many cards because I gotta move around and do something else. And I got a couple of other projects that I'm working on, and it has nothing to do with tarot. That was just, my pass through in order for me to learn, like the game of chess. I had to learn how to play chess. which is a thinker's game, um, in order to figure some things out. So now, tarot is just like chess for me. You know, you see who your players are, who's going to be a pawn, or who's going to make it all the way through, and who's going to protect the queen, and from all those others, all that. Yeah, the rooks and the bishops, and that's when the titles come in. Anyway, I digress. I love y'all. I hope y'all got some. I know it was a bunch of rambling, but it is what it is because I'm trying to uninvited. Alanis Morissette, the collection is where you'll find that. Yeah, that y'all uninvited and you gonna die in a minute. Yeah, and I mean it. Not just the little things that you sending through here, but you. I says, touch not my anointed and suffer my prophets no harm. A lot of people messed up with me because I just look like Sha'Ron, and I didn't participate in the madness, the schools, and all that other stuff. And I knew it was a setup the whole time. I'm going to pay for some stuff that my people taught us. Nope, not going to do it. Anyway, I think that's all I got for right now, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to come back with another story time because the rest of that is in the book. But the last time I died, I went and go talk to God, is what I was able to do. And I'm so grateful for that experience. If baby daddy number three hadn't broke my heart, I wouldn't have even gotten there. So I'm grateful for everything that I've gone through. Everything has been a learning experience for me. And if I had not gone down that path and had my heart broken so many times, I wouldn't be here. So I'm grateful, even though I don't want none of you motherfuckers. Thank you. True story. Thank you. I'm so grateful for that. Although it looked dark in the beginning, but like they say, he will never put anything on you that you can't handle. I'm a living witness to that, y'all. Man, it was rough and tough rage with them Afro puffs, but I rocked on with my bad self. Okay. Although I didn't feel bad and feel like I could, I did anyway. I did it scared. I did it tired. I did it with no assistance from anybody that could understand what I was going through. Couldn't talk to anybody because everybody was after me for one reason or another. I didn't know why, but it's okay. It was all worth it. It was worth it uh, to be able to say that I had that conversation. I'm grateful for that, if nothing else. Grateful for that. YouTube, I don't want no smoke. I bring my own, but I didn't even light it, the incense up, and I'm finna get up out of here. Hey, I told y'all when I get the stuttering, it's over. The story is told. The Gaius, the Gaia, Gaia was one a storyteller in the African villages. It's like a librarian. She said, and they tell stories. Well, I'm that of my family. They ain't want to hear my stories though, y'all. So they be like, you said that already. I don't want to hear that no more. Total rest, zen, relaxation time. That's what I'm about to do, y'all. It's my time to go relax, go sit down somewhere. Because I've done all the work. Not that it's over from the work that I'm just getting started. But for right now, I'm done. I'm gonna go on and move to the next phase. And maybe it is the story times. Um, I'll be bringing something in that relates to it, or one way or another. But I am about to get some rest and chill on out because my journey has been just that, a journey, and I'm grateful, thankful, and truly humbled for it. And it's definitely worth the wait. I found this as I was on my walk the other day. It says his. True story. On the back it says hers. I am his and he is mine. I thought that was just like so cool. I didn't even know it said hers until I got it home and whatever. But I stuck that in my pocket. I was just flabbergasted because I don't, I don't get into the semantics of his, hers, mine, yours, all of that. I just say believe in Mother Earth, Father God, however you want. But I know that there can't be one without the other. I've never seen a man have a baby ever, and I don't think we ever will see a man have a baby. So if you want to be called whatever you want to be called, I don't have a problem with it because that's not my position. I'm not here for that. But what I do know is by nature, not just science, nature. Never seen a man have a baby. They said wisdom was here first. And then God called out and said, let there be light. And there was light. So whose wisdom? They always speak of wisdom as a woman. So is God a woman or a man? Mm-hmm. So I don't know why I lit the Palo Santo instead of the sage. But either way, I don't want no smoke YouTube. I bring my own. Yeah. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all be safe out there in that city, whatever city you in, not just mad. all of them, because it's a setup, y'all. It's a setup. They want the land. This blackout that's about to occur 155 is to shut people up. But all we got to do is come together and we can have our own, nobody dependent on anybody. That line I just told y'all about, you got me, the roots, things fall apart. Yeah, it's about to fall apart. But we're going to put it back together. I need y'all to help me with this. I'm all in. I need y'all to help me with this. I ain't crazy. 55, 55, 155, 55. I ain't crazy. I'm bringing the fire along with the smoke this time. So we got work to do. Who with me? We about to blow this. Yeah, I'm ready. Thank y'all for hanging out with me and sharing your most valuable asset with me, which is your time. I'm grateful, thankful, and truly humbled. Thanks, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell if you can. Leave a comment. No pressure, though. All the true blue love bugs. Put the footies back at the front door. Y'all, I love you. Now go love yourself and then go love on somebody else. Because we all need that love, y'all. Okay. I'm here for us, each one, to reach one so we can teach one. I'm your spiritual soul sister, Sha'Ron, y'all. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one.